Yo, what's going on guys, HyperX here, welcome back to another video for Elden Ring, and in this one I want to put together a quick guide on where you can find another incredible summon. This one is the Crystalian Ashes, and of course if you have fought one of the Crystalians you will know they are kind of like impenetrable walls, at least when it comes to slashing damage, which makes them a fantastic summon because they are basically like a tank. If you need something to just survive a number of hits, provided of course the enemy doesn't do striking damage, then this thing just does not die. So if you guys want to grab this, here's a quick guide. If you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know which summons are your favourites so far, and of course keep it locked for plenty more Elden Ring. So if you want to get this, what you need to do is turn your attention over to Caelid. You want to go over to Fort Faroth, and we're going to be making our way over to the Celia Hideaway, which is initially hidden away. So from Fort Faroth, what you can then do is jump and basically hug the side of the cliff. You want to find a way to drop down safely. There is a jump pad here, which you can of course just drop into so you don't take any fall damage. And you then want to turn around and hug the cliff around here. And basically one of these walls is an illusion. One of the easiest ways to find it is simply to check for this big gravestone here. And then effectively behind that is a fake boulder. Strike it with your sword and you can then get into the Celia Hideaway. Now, when you go inside here, we're not actually going to have to defeat the boss. You can go through to the end to defeat the boss if you want. It's actually a trio of Crystalian enemies, only this time around it just gives you a spell. It doesn't give you a bell bearing or anything like that. So, for the purposes of this video, what you need to do is simply follow my route. You firstly want to run straight down between these two piles of gems, or kind of crystals, whatever you want to call them. They do have some of the strong enemies in here, so you can, generally speaking, ignore them. What you then want to do is when you get past this second enemy, there are two sort of crystal formations that basically frame this wall. Jump up, slash that, that is an invisible wall. You then go through here to the end of this tunnel, and again there is a dead end, only this is another invisible wall. Once you're through here, what you then want to do is cross over the crystal that sort of forms a bridge, drop down to the second one, of course avoiding the enemy. Depending on the level that you are, this may be a lot more challenging. They're not too bad for me at the moment, but they can hit pretty hard. You then want to jump over there, and you then want to work your way around the side of the cliff, basically following the only pathway you have there. You'll then jump over to the other side and follow your way down the slope through the cave door and go all the way to the very end. This will then bring you into another room with a lot of large purple crystals. What you then want to do is hug the right hand side of the room, jump over, and again use this as a bridge to cross over to the other side. You then go through, drop down, and you get into this little room with a glowing chest. There are three sorceresses over there, so you want to either take them out, avoid them, whatever you want to do. But if you go into this chest, that contains the Crystalian Ashes, which of course is your new summon. And that, my friends, is all you need to do. Again, if you don't want to go and fight the bosses for the spell, you can just simply exit and that's you done here, or you can go to the end and do it if you want to. This does have an FP cost of 101, so of course if you want to use this, you will need a slightly higher FP cost, but it is definitely worth it. Again, as mentioned, if you need something to just be a tank and you just simply need it to distract enemies and just give you some breathing space, this is fantastic. It might not necessarily deal the most damage. Of course, if you want a nice damage dealing one, the Mimic is still a fantastic summon. You can check out the video we did on that if you want to know more details, but if you want a tank, definitely consider using this. Anyway, that's it. Quick guide on how to get that one. Hopefully you guys found that helpful. If you do want to grab the Mimic summon, then do check out this video on where to find it. And of course, keep it locked for plenty more Elden Ring.